The unicorn appears back in your guys' lives again. Yeah, it's been half a year since I made a video. I've been on a side quest for the past fucking 6 months. What have I been doing? Well, senior year stuff, I guess. Anyways, that's not the point. This video's a little bit different. It looks a bit different because I am editing it finally on a laptop. Yay! So probably going forward, these videos are gonna look way better than they did when I was editing on my phone. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But anyways, I want to get to the story, the real meat and potatoes of this video. Just for some context, this was a couple weeks ago. Our band was doing a benefits concert, and we needed to advertise for said concert because, I mean, who's going to show up if we don't advertise, right? So, for the most part, these advertising efforts have been lackluster. Most of the band did nothing. So one of my friends, let's call him A for the sake of this video, he decides to put together a fucking Avengers team with me and a lot of our other friends to basically pick the band up on our backs and just carry the advertising efforts. By the end of this, we handed out about 1,000 and some change flyers, right? Massive amount, more than most people in the entire band have ever handed out, right? But these methods that we used were questionable, to say the least. So, for context, we were hitting up a parking lot of this sort of mall. I wouldn't really consider it a mall. It's kind of just like a strip for businesses. Not really like a plaza. Bigger than that. Anyways, we're there. We put all the flyers on these car doors, right? We were hauling ass. Fucking so many were on doors. It was beautiful. Get something neat. And then our A decides to get the bright idea to go hit up neighborhoods. Now, initially, I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know how this was going to work. Basically, the way that we did this looked so incredibly suspicious. From a distance, if you were walking alone at night for some reason, God forbid, I don't know why you would do this. Maybe you like therapeutic walks. Night walks are fun. You're walking alone at night and you see this fucking Civic pull up. We looked like we were creeping. We looked like we were either A, gonna slide on somebody, B, gonna kidnap someone. The car was moving so incredibly slow. We were going at incredibly slow speeds, just scouting houses, basically, to like hang flyers on. But from a distance, we probably looked like we were going to kidnap somebody. And I wouldn't blame them for thinking that. Anyways, the way we hit up these houses also was equally as suspicious. We would do fucking drive-bys where one of us, depending on our side, would get out and then go run up to the door, place a flyer. In my case, I would knock. In the case of one of my other friends, let's call him T, he would run back to the car. We would swan dive into this car. That looks so incredibly suspicious in retrospect. We looked like we were scouting them out to rob. First off, besides the fact that we looked like we were going to kidnap someone, we also looked like we were going to rob someone. So not a good look for a car full of, brown mixed people in a relatively white neighborhood. Yes, get the jokes aside, it doesn't look great. Anyways, at our third neighborhood is where it gets really interesting, I would say. Our third neighborhood, relatively speaking. Beautiful lights everywhere, right? The person who was like handing us the flyers so that we could go tape them to doors, L, he was a pretty big guy. And A decided, hey, send him out too, because he was in the passenger seat of the car. He's being the passenger princess. So it's me, T, and L going to basically hit up houses as quick as possible. We were supposed to do this as quick as possible before 9. Me and T run to the car. And A is like, where is L? And we're like, we just start stammering. We don't know. And we just drive. We left L. And we see this nigga walking slowly, calmly throughout the neighborhood, like we are in a rush, right, to hit it before 9. My grandma calls me during the panic, I guess you could say. Everyone, we were all giggling, laughing, throwing, hooting and hollering. Everyone goes dead silent for this call. It is the epitome of the geek versus locked in thing. Like, it was dead silent. Anyways, after I finished my call, right, we're in like our 4th neighborhood. We're trying to hit this up. One of my other friends, he works at the swap meet that I parked the car at. He calls me. He calls A, like he's driving. He's like, they're talking about stuff. And then A asks, like, yo, what time do the gates close at the swap meet? Because I had parked my car there to meet up with A, because we were riding his Civic. He's like, oh, I don't know, because, like, I think they close at a random time, but they might be closing now. Dude, the fear that I felt in my balls in that moment was indescribable. Like, I almost shat myself. So A immediately locks in, kicks it into high gear. We fucking punch it all the way back to the swap meet. We are doing 45 and like a 30, speeding our ass off to the swap meet. And thank God those doors weren't closed, because I swear to God, I would have been so scared if I gotten towed, and like so pissed. We made it in time, right? But this was a close call. And really, what I want you guys to take out of this video, for one, is if you're doing advertising for any like school event or like business or whatever, don't creep around neighborhoods looking like you're going to kidnap somebody or, rob them. And also, park your car at like a house, at someone's house, or like the school or something, and they don't tow. Also, don't do suspicious things in hopes to advertise. It just doesn't look that great. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the flip side.